Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. You might notice if you're not new, if you've been here a while, this video is slightly shorter than I usually do my narrated ones, and that's because I just have less to say on this one. I didn't really know what I wanted to do going into this, and then I set some goals. So one, I wanted to figure out how to kind of add lighter hair in this style I've been doing, because I've been, kind of leaving it either black or brown and not adding detail and letting it be somewhat of a shape. I add some detail, but not full shading with it. And I'm not sure how it turned out. It's obviously blonde. He's gonna be blonde. Spoilers, I guess. You saw the thumbnail, but I don't know. I feel like there's probably a better way to do it. I'm not completely sold. I'll keep looking at it. And the other one is I wanted to draw a guy that you could tell was a guy, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's new for me. It's I'm bad at that because I really like very large eyes, and I like large heads and small bodies, and kind of bobbleheady. Not really, but I like smaller, softer features and things like that, and large eyes, and a lot of eyelashes. I love drawing eyelashes. And all of that means you're either drawing a child or they're going to come off as really, really feminine. So I decided to kind of fight my urges. And because of that, this took way longer, because I just had to keep being like, no, stop myself. Don't do that. And also I realized here, at this point of the drawing, that I don't know how to draw men's hair. It's been a while. I don't know. I decided on this hairstyle, even though I'm not sold that it's a great hairstyle, but I didn't want to cover his eyebrows because I liked them. So I had to somehow figure out how to make sure they survived this. So that's kind of the decision making here. In case you're like, why are his shoulders uneven? His head and his body are not quite lined up. His body is facing more directly towards us, and obviously he's kind of 3/4 view. So yeah, it is on purpose. Don't worry. And I kind of took this approach that I took a few times that I don't always take, but starting with a mid-tone and then adding highlights and shadows. I think that turned out pretty well here. I didn't actually do a separate multiply layer this time. I was feeling like I wanted to do quick and dirty, so I just did it on the same layer. I'm gonna add kind of a little bit of orange at the edges because I just wanted more color. And I add blue in the darker areas of the purple. And the reason is just that I'm later going to kind of paint over and color pick and all that, and that tends to kind of often can kind of harmonize, wash them out a bit, because obviously in order to color pick the most intense color, you'd have to be very precise in where you color pick. I'm not usually. So you do tend to lose some of the vibrancy when you color pick, if you do it a lot. So I like to kind of start with some colors that are a little more noticeable when I do this, just so that it doesn't become a blob of nothingness, which is why I was kind of including some blues and some oranges. Yeah. One of the big things I had to fight and stop myself from doing was kind of trimming his jawline down. I wanted a bit of a stronger jaw, because I'd never draw those. And I was like, now is the time. Yeah. I think it's just because his eyes aren't quite as big, but I'm like, oh, this is a little bit more realistic than I usually do. And I don't think that's actually the case overall. I just think it's the eyes are not quite so huge. Which it seems like, yeah, that's more realistic, and I guess it's the case, but that's one change. It's not like I completely changed my style or tried to, realistically render or anything. And I'm still torn on, like, how much to kind of render and how much to paint over, because there's some areas where I do think the extra detail and, like, precision I'm adding now works, and there's others where I just feel like it kind of takes away, because, like, the goal is to have some sort of messiness to it, and I do leave it, like, messier in kind of certain places, like his shirt, and then when you're, like, the rest doesn't match that, I'm worried about that, So I don't know. I do like how it looks, but I'm not sure if it was exactly what I was going for. Although I didn't have a strong vision of what I was going for. I kind of really procrastinated on this, on getting this drawing done, because I didn't know what I wanted to draw. I still don't know what I'm going to title this video, because I lack strong feelings towards this drawing. Probably just going to be like something like, watch me draw a guy. Hi. I did it for once. And here I am, kind of doing the same shirt, because not a full paint over, just a little bit, because I find that I want it to look at least somewhat like it's the same style as the rest of him, and I find that helps. I decided also, really impulsively, I was gonna kind of highlight in the inside of his pupils. I don't actually add really strong white highlights. I didn't feel like it. It didn't come up, I guess. I usually do. I think it's because I was concerned about there being so much lightness by his eyes, because he also has, like, the blonde eyelashes. I kind of wish I'd done the eyelashes with the brown and then done a clipping layer and then left some of the brown showing, so that you could, like, more clearly see where his eyelashes were. Like, but also, I'm not sure. I feel like that might just be cowardice, because I usually don't go this far on kind of matching the eyelashes to the hair. I usually just play it fast and loose with that, so I might just be being a coward. But yeah, here I am trying to figure out how I want to do this. So this is all in a clipping layer over top of the brown hair layer, so I can, like, erase it. And then I believe I've done that already, but where I've added a second layer that's not a clipping layer and added the smaller strokes. Now this is a layer above, it might be the same layer, honestly, I can't remember, of the eyelashes, where I'm color picking from the eyelid and kind of dragging it down, just to break up that line a little bit. And yeah, there's nothing else for me to say. I hope you had a good time. Goodbye.